Welcome in to Geeks and Gamers Daily. I was 1 minute late. I know I was 1 minute late, but everything's okay because Jay is here to save the day. What's up, Drunk 3PO?
The reason why we were late is because Epic Mike has been banned on social media.
It's true.
And we were kind of mourning a little bit. Actually, we were kind of laughing. But still,
It is true.
That's what's going on.
Epic Mike is no longer with us, ladies and gentlemen. One of our few diversity hires we have around here is no longer with us, apparently. So we need you guys to go and retweet these tweets and help us bring Epic Mike back. What is going on? Of course, there was a big bot purge on Twitter last night, apparently.
They think he was a bot.
Yeah, they felt
they looked at that profile picture and was like, definitely a bot. Who calls himself the Epic Mike? Calls himself that.
So if you guys can help us get Epic Mike back, we would greatly appreciate that. But how you doing, Jay?
Man, I'm doing great. I mean, every time Star Wars releases another episode, I'm just like, I'm in heaven, man.
I hear you, man.
I mean, there's so much Star Wars content, man. It's like Last Jedi days all over again. I can't keep up.
It's pretty glorious. It's pretty glorious. And last night's episode was, well, they are who we thought they were. That's pretty much what it is. And, you know, we got the reveal of the big bad Sith in the episode. And
man,
what a shocking...
Sith, because Sith went around for a millennia.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, I have no name, but you may call me Sith. What? What? Who talks like that? That's we'll get into all of it.
Dialogue was pretty bad.
I will say, and yes, I am using my other camera because that my good camera just continues to fuck up. So I'm using my cheap $120 webcam to now. I know I'm all red. Everything's fucking here. Hang on. I got to fix these lights behind me. They're all jacked up. Jay, talk.
It's time for another daily show with Jay and Jeremy. So right off the bat, we got...
Yeah, that's better.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, you did a good job, Jay. Good job of holding it down there, man. So, okay. So ultimately, we got the Acolyte episode 5 last night. It was, I mean, it's so weird to say that I think it was the best episode because it's such a terrible episode, but it's still, I think it's the best episode of the dog shit we've gotten. It's still horrible. It's still terrible. Everything about it is terrible. What did you think? I did not watch your video yet, but I know you have a really good video on this.
I just kind of broke down the episode. I think the episode would have been better if no one spoke. Like that's the dialogue is horrible. And then like the lightsaber stuff was probably the best we've seen in any Disney Star Wars show, to be honest. And but they filmed it. It was the whole episode was so dark because I guess they used these new glow tube lightsabers to film in, so it can I guess look the way it did. But like the headbutting and the way that he was able, so I guess you had to know like EU or Legends lore to understand he's got a special metal that's like, and he hits a lightsaber, it messes up the lightsaber, I guess. So
yeah, from his helmet or whatever, right? Yeah, I noticed that last night when I was I was thinking about it when I made my video, and I was like, I think I remember that happening. These episodes are really tough to get through. It's so hard to pay attention to this bullshit. I know Stephanie posted this image of her of May cutting off her hair with the lightsaber. I did not even see that during the episode when I watched it because I was probably on Twitter looking up some other bullshit when this was going on, because this episode was just, there's no reason to care about anything going on. I did say in my video that the actor that plays the the Smilo Ren, he's actually really fucking good. He's a good actor, and he was really good in his lines. Not that his lines were good, but his delivery of the lines were good, and his mannerisms were really good too. That guy's a really good actor. He's easily the best actor on the whole show, not even close.
So I 100% agree. Like just to recap, everybody. All the Jedi. All right, spoilers. Right, I guess we're gonna spoil it, right?
Yeah.
All the Jedi but one die in the first first 5 to 7
kill
minutes.
all these mofos, man. They killed them all.
He just mowed them down, and like the fan favorite Yord, whatever his name is, the Yord guy. He didn't even
the guy who said Anakin blew up the Death Star.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah.
He didn't even get to die by a lightsaber. He got his head like cracked off. So like that's how he died. But I guess lightsabers are back. I guess the lightsabers are killing people now. But I guess time will tell at the end of the episode. And like this is a crazy thing. So the Padawan, I guess the girl, right? The young Padawan girl.
Jackie, is that her name?
Yeah, Jackie. She fought better than the Jedi Master in episode 1. She fought better in the first episode. She was able to beat one of the twin. So she beat her, put handcuffs on her. Then she goes like, it looks like she's about to take out the Sith. And I'm like, how is she better than like everybody else in the entire show that we've ever seen? And technically in the first episode, she's training with a stick with the Padawans, right?
Yep.
And like, what the heck, man? She just went like crazy. But then she gets she gets stabbed 3 times, boom, 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 and she's no longer with us. So.
Over. And it just watching her hold her own with Smilo Ren was just really stupid. It was really stupid. Like, what are we doing here? What in the hell is going on?
But then you have the twins, and these, I don't know what's going on with these women, but their emotions flip-flop like every other episode. She's a good guy, now she's a bad guy again. Now she's a good guy, now she's a bad guy. Now she wants to save her sister.
I mean, to be fair, that's a very accurate description of a woman.
She's like, I love you, and they're hugging and they're crying, and then she's like, yeah, but you're a bad person. She's like, well, I'm gonna kill you. It's like
it makes no sense. You're
like the next line, and they get into they hugging and crying, and they get into a fight. You're just like, what the heck, man?
But then we got to one of the greatest moments in the history of entertainment, Jay. Are you ready for this one? Are you ready for this one? Because this right here will solidify the greatness of this series. We have never seen anything on the level of this moment right here, ladies and gentlemen. The power of haircuts. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna skip through it. Okay, so she stands here. She ignites the lightsaber. Okay, she ignites the lightsaber. Okay, why would you do that? Okay, why would you ignite the lightsaber that close? But then here we go.
That's after they hugged and like said they loved each other.
Here we go. I'm gonna play it right here. She cut her hair off.
All right, so
what
okay.
The fuck, you've got to paint the picture for everybody on this one, because holy shit.
Let me talk to Disney real quick. Disney, you want to make a lot of money? Start offering lightsaber haircuts at Galaxy's Edge. There's a certain group of people out there that will line up. The same people that went to the Star Cruiser, they will line up out the door for someone to cut their hair with like a lightsaber. So okay, so the reason why she cut her hair is because she wanted to look like her twin sister, who has like shorter hair, I guess. And then miraculously, in like 10 seconds, she was able to swap clothes. Yes. So she strips down naked. And then her sister, who's unconscious, I guess, strips her clothes off. And then she puts on her sister's clothes and then clothed her sister, who's unconscious. And she walks back to the only Jedi survivor, which is Soul. And it's like, hey, so let's go back to the ship. So he doesn't use the Force to sense it's the wrong sister or anything. He's like, good idea. Let's go back to the ship. And they walk on the ship. In the meantime, the other sister, who's the good one, is all cut up. And then you get the Rey Skywalker moment where he walks over and heals all her wounds, apparently. And he just says, like, look how fragile we are. And that's the end of the episode. Like, what? What's the end of the episode?
And at no point have the Jedi notified the fucking council that there's a goddamn person calling himself the Sith.
You would think they would notify the council when 2 Jedi have been murdered.
I know.
Like, I guess they told Keanu Monday, and he had the case of the Mondays, and he just didn't feel like telling anybody else. My best guess. But yeah, so now we've got the old switcheroo, everyone. No one saw that coming. The twins have switched places. So what kind of tomfoolery are we going to get in episode 6?
Good Lord. One more time. Here we go with the power of haircuts right here. And boom. Good Lord, man. The amount of this might be the single most cringeworthy scene in the history of Disney Star Wars. And that speaks volumes.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. The way she stands like that, like, I'm free. I don't know.
Oh, God.
And listen, man, and like, this is nitpicky, but the amount of yellow lightsabers, it's just, I hate it.
Yeah.
I just hate it. I mean, I know people are like, it doesn't matter. I freaking hate that everyone now seems to have like a yellow lightsaber. It's like one blue, one green. Everybody else has yellow. So, hey, you know what else is weird? All right, so chat, in this episode, after the fan favorite Yord gets his neck broken, the Sith stands there and looks at Soul, the Chinese guy, if you don't know who that is, and he like, turn your mic up, Jay. Are you serious?
I can hear you.
This again?
I can hear you.
Is it really messed up?
I can hear you.
So he looks at him and was like, all right, well, you're about to die. Soul just kind of sits there, and then Osha, the other twin, opens up her droid that she has on her side pocket and says, I love you, Pippin, or whatever the name of that droid is. Turns on the flashlight component, throws it at the Sith, and it magically attaches to his back, and giant moths come out of nowhere and pick him up and carry him away. Just carry him away. So it's just these giant moths, because they were attracted to the light. I guess all the lightsabers they've been flipping like didn't really matter, but that lightsaber, so it picks him up and takes him away. So
yeah,
that's what saved the day with giant bugs.
Yeah, we're not describing this episode as properly as we should to make it sound as bad as it is, because it's so much worse if you actually watch it. Everybody in the comment section of every video talking about this is saying we enjoy hearing people talk about this show instead of watching it. No one fucking wants to watch this. No one.
Jerry, look at this. I'm sorry, man.
No, go ahead.
Not to point out. This tweet is hilarious, too. Remember when Leslie Headland said the fight would match Duel of the Fates? Yes. Right.
Oh, no.
Hashtag the Acolyte.
Did you like, I don't know if you guys saw my video that I made last night. I did not plan out to start my video out like I did. I just started it out as like a Disney shill, and I didn't plan it. I just did it, and I was like, I didn't even think about it, and I was like out of breath after like that first minute. I was like, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We just got done watching Acolyte episode 5. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's the greatest Star Wars battle of all time, better than anything George Lucas ever given us. And I was like, I can't keep doing this, man. The Disney shill bullshit is so funny to watch.
I can't believe that they would compare it to, I guess that's what they said earlier, right? In an article, that they're making a lightsaber duel that will rival the Duel of Fates. And I don't know. I don't know if that was it, but maybe there's more to come. I don't know. We only have 3 episodes left, and I don't know
what's left.
I don't know where this story's going. Like,
I don't think they do. Hang on. Hey, Marcellus, hang on. Hey, Marcellus for 50 says the armor is called cortosis? Is an alloy that can withstand and short out lightsabers. The first time I saw it was in the 2001 Obi-Wan game on Xbox. There was a mission with Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn fought a group called the Jinha, who mined the alloy. Thank you, A. Marcellus, for the 50.
Holy
Go ahead,
crap.
Jay.
No, that's make sure you do your homework to understand what's going on in the show. So there it is. Well, if that's the case, how come Darth Vader didn't dress in that stuff?
How come Anakin didn't float
or whatever?
Everything about this is just, it destroys anything that happens in the future. Everything, every decision they're making just completely compromise everything that happens into the future, which is the whole point of why Disney Star Wars is such trash, because ultimately they don't care about what happens in the future. They don't care about what happens in George Lucas's Star Wars, because their whole plan is to remake the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy anyway, so that they can put the right diversity and the right representation into it. I guarantee you that's their plan. It's a long-term plan, but we keep saying Disney doesn't have a plan for Star Wars, but the reality of it is they do have a plan, and their plan is to remake every single aspect of it in their correct vision. That's their plan. Everything else they don't have a plan for, because they don't give a fuck. But they have a plan, and that's the plan.
As much as, like, you know, before this series started, everyone was like, well, everyone that's in this series has to die, that knows, for the prequels to make sense, right? I just have a feeling that somehow, like, this Sith will not die, only because they can use this character for all kind. Like, so apparently, what I'm reading and seeing is that this is going to be a tie-in to the Knights of Ren. Right, like he's gonna be Ren, I guess, and have like his knights, and then he'll go off somewhere and do and just train a bunch of people. And the Knights of Ren ended up great, you know, like you gotta love their story.
That was so great. I remember how excited I was for that. I was so excited for the Knights of Ren when I heard about it. I'm like, this is gonna be cool. You literally saw nothing from them.
They did nothing when they yeah.
So that's the theory. Is that one of the theories out there? This guy's going to be like tied to the Knights of Ren and shit like that?
Yeah, even Star Wars Theory brought that up too, that it could be he could be the leader, like the creator of Ren. So Kylo Ren is actually a name for Kylo Ren will be tied into this guy as that he took his persona.
Oh my god.
Does that make sense? Like,
yeah. I mean, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Theory, rumor, whatever.
Holy shit.
So like that's how they'll tie all that stuff together. So he will be the first Ren, and he'll create his knights. And then they can make a whole comic book line. Maybe everybody will like this guy. I guess is the villain. I don't know. Because apparently they made they used Kylo Ren's theme song at the end of the episode.
I did see a tweet about that. I didn't look too far into it because I didn't know if that was actually. I'm trying to remember Kylo Ren's theme. I remember liking Kylo Ren's theme, but I don't remember it now. You know what theme I do remember from the sequel trilogy? I do remember Rey's theme, her John Williams theme, and I like that one too. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like this, this person tweets, this is a Knights of Ren origin story. The fact that Kylo Ren's theme music played in this episode makes it painfully obvious in this case. So that's Ren in the comic book series. So maybe that's who this guy is eventually, and he goes away to train his knights, because he did say that, like, one of the crazy things that Soul asked him. He goes, "What are you doing here, and what do you want?" And the Sith guy looks at him and goes, "I just want freedom, man. I want to express myself, man. Like, come on, I want to express." And then he goes, "I want a pupil. I want a student. You know, that's what I want. I want to express myself and be free." And you know, so
Jesus.
it's like, so now we have one of those guys running around. He's a Sith artist, hippie, you know, like that's what we have. Just running around there.
It hurts my brain to think about how bad this is, and to think, and I don't think that they're smart enough to even tie this to the Knights of Ren would be so you're gonna basically put more of a so the Acolyte 5 episodes in is going to start to develop the Knights of Ren better than the sequel trilogy developed the Knights of Ren would be the dumbest thing ever. What the fuck are we doing? Because they didn't even develop the Knights of Ren in the sequel trilogy. Like they talked about it.
They just stood around.
But they didn't do anything.
And then they got killed. Yeah, that was it.
Fucking hell, man. How much worse can this shit get?
I hope so, man. I hope he becomes the leader of the Knights of Ren. And then we find out that it was Kylo Ren and Snooki that found his teachings. And that's why he changed his name to Kylo Ren.
I really hope it happens. I really
do too,
want
at this point. I'm like all for it.
Well, no,
I think it's great.
Yeah, I truly do not have any level of faith, and I don't want, like, I'm not asking for them to fix it. I'm asking for them to continue to make it worse. That's what I'm asking them to do. I truly want them to, because here's what ultimately what we have found out. We have found out that there is a huge market for Disney Star Wars. There really is. And it has nothing to do with Disney Star Wars. It has to do with YouTubers shitting all over Disney Star Wars. That's the market, right?
Become the new entertainment.
That is the market. Magnum Norris for 50 says Jay's Takeover, Beardo English Dictionary, Jeremy Cousins are off limits, Gary Cousins drugs are off limits, Ryan Shiat. Look at that. Magnum Norris getting everybody in there.
Starting off.
Hail Magnum Norris. Appreciate that, bro. We got a couple of gifted memberships I'll get to here soon. Mike Hill for 20 says Dave Filoni finally saved Star Wars. LOL. Yeah, I mean, you can't. He doesn't get, like, if anybody's trying to give Dave Filoni a pass on this, they are wrong. They are wrong.
But think about this. It works perfectly for Dave Filoni's Star Wars, right? Which has basically is just a, I don't know, what do you call it? A dollar store Star Wars at this point. You know, maybe that's a little too nice, but
it's a little too nice, actually.
It's you know, it's Make-A-Wish Star. I don't know, but it would fit in perfectly, because if they could tie in the Knights of Ren and Rey and the witches making life and all that stuff, like they could finally have everything panned out, and Luke Skywalker, that story could all just be like a side mission. That's all it'll be. It'll just be like a side mission. They're like, we got the true timeline here. There's females that can make life with the Force. We've got Knights of Ren that are training Sith Lords on some ice planet. I don't know. And then, you know, it's just it's their timeline, and Ahsoka rules it all, I guess. But it'll fit perfectly if that's what they're gonna do.
So I heard that I haven't watched. I watched I clicked on like 20 minutes of it, but the video's like an hour and a half long. But Red Letter Media apparently had me and a bunch of people in their video, their Acolyte video. So was I in it? Did they, or was it just like a clip of a video? What was it? I haven't had a chance to watch the whole thing, so chat, you can let us know. Linko Kenobi for 20 says, what's up, guys? Have you seen the new look on Clark Kent and Superman Legacy? One word, hilarious. I hope you guys can check out my take on the video. Anyways, I'll be streaming later. Hail the 199. Thank you, Linko Kenobi. It is a set photo, and I don't know if I want to judge anything based just on a set photo, but ultimately it doesn't look great, the images that we saw. But when you look at the pictures of him as Clark Kent, I thought those actually did look good, but him as Superman, not so great. But the Clark Kent episodes look pretty good. They look pretty good. But that's it, and then Lois Lane actually looks pretty good in that too. But the suit itself, the Superman suit itself, does not look good at all. It just doesn't.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it at all?
Man, no, man. I've been doing other stuff.
Damn.
I have been Star Wars focused, to be honest, because my channel is just,
Yeah.
you know, I gained another 1,000 subscribers.
Let's
like,
go.
last night. So it's like anything else is just kind of like a distraction at this point.
Jay is
Just for
crushing
now,
it.
like anyway. But
Going for the big 90. How far away from 90K are you?
Less than 4,000.
Less than 4,000 from 90K. 100K is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to happen
before the end of this series. That'd be pretty wild.
That would be good. That would be good. We need that to happen. We've got Tobias Nexus for 10 says, is Disney just copying all the shitty Sonic OCs from back in the 2000s? This is my personal OC, Smilo, and he's way more powerful than Anakin and way cooler too. He's got all these powers. I don't think they're copying thing as much as they're my true belief is that their intent is to remake all of this. And I go back to Solo.
I agree.
Solo, that was the beginning of it, and that was the test run for them. And luckily it failed. But Solo, they wanted Solo to be the new Han, that they wanted Alden Ehrenreich's Solo to be the Han Solo that you think of, not Harrison Ford's Han Solo. So when you go to Disney World, when you go to Disneyland, when you go to Walmart, you see pictures of Han Solo. They wanted it to be the Disney Han Solo, not Harrison Ford. Well, that failed miserably. And by the way, Solo did lose money. So once that movie failed, that really did slow down a lot of the plans, because if Solo would have made like $1 billion, do you know what would have gotten next? We've got a young Luke Skywalker movie.
No, actually,
would have gotten
what was coming next was the Obi-Wan movie. Remember, they were gonna do.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, you're right. Probably would have done a young Luke.
Mm-hmm.
But the
they would have redone all of it.
If they had done the Obi-Wan movie like they did the series, like the same story roughly, it would just set everything up to. They'd have all the actors in place to change everything. So yeah, but no, because they announced. Remember, they announced a movie every year. They're like, we're gonna put a movie out every year. So then, like when Solo tanked, they were like, "Hold on, remember it was Star Wars fatigue. We gave you guys too much. Everyone's got Star Wars fatigue." We're like, "What the freak? Like, who has Star Wars fatigue? We have bad movie fatigue."
Nobody has Star Wars fatigue, not at all. Although I will say, like with Star Wars, you would need to release. Nobody yearly releases, I think, for any major franchise is a mistake. Annualizing any releases, I think, is a mistake for the long run. It's why Call of Duty has become so stale. Like, think about if we had a big Call of Duty release every 3 years. Think about how healthy that would make it. You would have time to work on the game. There would be anticipation. It would be different enough. And you would also, people feel like they're getting their bang for their buck on every Call of Duty every year. But annualizing Call of Duty is a massive mistake. And annualizing something like Star Wars is a massive mistake. You need at least 3 years in between to give it time to breathe, because you're bogging it down at that point in time. Now, that doesn't mean you can't annualize certain things for sure, but when you're talking about something like Star Wars, it's meant to be something that you spread out.
It's an event, yeah. It's an event that you wait and like you get excited for. I think what excuse me, I think what the studios were looking at was the success of that Marvel run. You know, the Iron Man to Thanos run. That wasn't that happening during the middle of the first wave of the sequel trilogy, right? It was.
Yeah.
And like they were dropping 2-3 movies a year. Like they were trying, and I think that was we will never see that. I don't think we will ever see something like that.
But that's the difference in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, you're talking about Marvel Cinematic Universe, right?
Yeah. From the Iron Man to Thanos, they were dropping Marvel films like as fast as they could make them.
But that's how they did it, because they were giving you more like. It's not like we're getting an Avengers movie every single fucking year. Correct, you know what I mean? Correct. They were split. The Avengers were the pillars that were in between, and they were giving us individual stories within. That's a whole different thing than releasing massive Star Wars movies.
What I'm saying is, I think the studio saw that, and they just because you got to understand, it's run by a corporation now. They don't feel the pulse of the people. If they did, we probably wouldn't be getting this crap anyway. They just saw, ooh, Marvel. 3 Marvel movies are doing $1 billion. Hey, what's the next big IP? Get those movies out there, man. We're printing money over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think they saw. I agree with you completely. It's a completely different IP. But I think that's what they initially saw, and that's why they made these announcements like, you're gonna get a Star Wars movie every year. Let's go, everybody cheer.
Yay.
And then when it's like, oh, this ain't Marvel. All right, let's pull back. And then somebody somewhere made a decision to say, well, we're not gonna put Star Wars on the big screen anymore.
At all.
You guys are gonna get our Disney Plus numbers up. So you guys start making stuff to get those Disney Plus numbers up.
Well, it's like, yeah, like, so in a perfect world, you could make annual releases for Star Wars, but it would need to be smaller stories told in between the bigger films. Correct. You know, an Andor, for instance, which I know is a series, but I'm just trying to say, like, that's a smaller contained story in a certain part, you know, of the galaxy. You can tell those in a smaller budget, but they were going like, we're going to have big budget Star Wars movies every single year, 3 a year. And it's like, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Like, you can't do that. Number one, just because you don't have the ability to tell the fucking stories. And number two, you can't just throw big time Star Wars movies out every single year. Now, if you want to do every other or 3 years, have a big tentpole Star Wars movie that brings it all together, but in between have smaller stories, totally fine. That's not what they wanted to do. That's what Marvel did, and they did it very well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at Rogue One was like one of those side stories that they wedged in the trilogy. And that did pretty well for them. So, you know, but yeah, I completely agree with you. Like, it's such a different, they would have to, like, yeah, if they did a movie every year, yeah, they couldn't expect those to do billions of dollars like like an Avengers film. So, but I think they're doing that. I think they're doing that now. Like they've made their own little Star Wars Avengers. Like, I think that'll be the Mando movie. They'll have all the little people that they brought in, like Ahsoka and everybody else, and they'll all just come together and fight. Yeah. Will they fight Thrawn, I guess, is going to be the guy. So,
Jesus. Elite Neo for 50 says, wellness check on Chrissy Mayer. She started going down the Chris Chan rabbit hole during her stream yesterday to learn about the infamous Sonichu medallion that's been making the rounds to certain hapless YouTubers. Not naming names, of course. Yeah, that's something I will not go down. I will not go down that rabbit hole. Although I do watch a lot of content surrounding it. Definitely not something I'm going to be dialing into anytime soon. I'll leave that for the better YouTubers out there than me. Certainly not me, though. Okay, let me catch up on some of these super chats. Thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate it. Chris Coran says that Dan Bass broke his teeth eating corn the long way. Golden Nugget says, I finally saw the Acolyte, well, episode 5, as it seemed most interesting. My favorite character was the Asian guy, Haktua. Amandala is a plank of wood. Special J for $1. Thank you. That's my knee. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Free Epic Mike. Yes, Free Epic Mike. Get his Twitter back. Tobias says, hey, someone tell Jeremy there's apparently a giant sea monster in Pensacola. It's probably more realistic than Star Wars ever becoming good again. I heard that. Crazy Clown Town says, Jeremy, since you're above making low content, you should go watch Geeks and Gamers videos about the ban in 2020 and compare and contrast them. Okay, say that again. Since you're above, wait, I guess you're being sarcastic about the ban. About the ban in 2020. What are we talking the ban in 2020? And compare them and contrast them now. I don't know what you're asking me, Crazy Clown Town. What ban in 2020? About my ban? Did I get banned? I don't know. You got to give me more context there. I don't know exactly what you're saying. I have thought about reacting to some of my older content, though, because that's fun. And it's pathetic.
Oh, it's awful. You're like, what was I thinking? What am I wearing? What's my background?
Dr. Disrespect. The ban in 2020. Oh, going back for the Dr. Disrespect ban in 2020 and contrast them now. You know, I saw the video of Keemstar actually tweeted out the video of Doc's final stream before his ban, and it is pretty kind of wild. So yeah, I see what you're saying, Crazy Clown Town. So yeah, if you would have said Dr. Disrespect ban, I would have known what you meant by that. I got you. Brett says they're always trying to keep a brother down. Thoughts on narrow boating with Nigel with a gifted membership? Thank you. There's 2 gifted memberships from you. Keenan says, have y'all seen the Secret Agent Club starring Hulk Hogan? I have not. The Secret Agent Club starring Hulk Hogan? I haven't seen that one. I've seen No Holds Barred, baby.
Yeah.
Special J says, I'm special. The Raging D-Head says, greatest Sith ever simply for killing Yord. I'm convinced, David P says, I'm convinced the writers are so dumb they confuse Millennium and Century. Let's see. Colzia says, lightsabers kill people again. Star Wars can't make up its mind. Space Rebel says, I love George Lucas Star Wars. No one can take that away from us. Keep up the great work, Jeremy and Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Special J says, Jay just explained women to a T. Lightsabers were more lethal in the High Republic, I guess. Death Star Ops must have mined all the good quality Kyber crystals. Disney Star Wars is fucking retarded. The Nets rack says rocks burn, hair doesn't. Cable Watson says word I heard is Doc was consoling a 17-year-old boy whose grandfather passed. Boy reached out to Doc. Well, he could easily clarify that, and he didn't. So all of my, and we'll talk a little bit about the Doc stuff here in just a minute, but all of my issues are surrounding Doc's tweet. Not anything else, no other speculation. Dr. Disrespect, in his own words, said that he had what would be viewed as borderline inappropriate discussions with a minor. That is what he said. I don't care what anybody else has said. That's what he said in his tweet, and he did not give context, and he did not give further details, and he clearly could have. So, Taker says, Jay on Daily? No. Just kidding, Jay.
I feel that pain.
Let's see. Timothy Rogers says, hey, Jay, did you guys pick a place to meet up in Knoxville? I have to work my fire shift that Sunday, but was hoping to make it out for Saturday.
So I think we're Valiant Renegade is looking at a pizza place called the Tomato Place, but it's going to be Friday. Saturday, I will be working with Gina at the convention Saturday and Sunday, so I won't be able to do much of anything. If people get together after the con and I have time, then probably I could go just go see someone. But Valiant Renegade, Tomato Head, thank you, Lulu Blue. She's in the chat. I think we're going to try to be at Tomato Head at 7 p.m. Friday before the con. So okay. It's a pizza place, and you know, they've already contacted them, and I don't expect a lot of people, but you know, you could meet me, Force of Light, Valiant Renegade, and probably a few others.
Valiant Renegade's going to be there. I wouldn't go if Valiant Renegade was there.
I know. That's why I was hesitant to say his name.
Just messing with you, Valiant. Love you, bro. Ryan the Guy for 10 says that was my favorite part of the show when the Sith looked at the Jedi and said, I want my freedom, and started slow crying and clapping. Super compelling stuff. So stupid. This show's so fucking stupid.
He wants a paintbrush and art and government funding so he could do whatever he wants.
Raging Rhino for $7.99 says there's a hole in May's clothes where Osha was injured. How the fuck does that work when Osha was wearing her own clothes when she got injured? What the fuck, Disney?
Oh my, I didn't even think
about that. Yeah.
That's right.
My goodness, man.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Sinister Mustache for 10 says, have you guys ever seen the Dollar General Revengers toy line? You know, the Incredible Fella, Detective Horse, Fedora Ron. The Acolyte gives off those sort of vibes. Also, update Spotify episodes, please. Yes. we know that we've fallen behind on that, and you're right about the dollar store Acolyte stuff for sure. Tobias says it's sad when the Turkish Star Wars knockoffs are more true to the original spirit of the movies than this Disney tripe, and somehow more watchable. Also, did you guys catch super chats at the start? Yes, yeah, we did. I got yours from earlier, Tobias. Jonathan Gonzalez says, do you think the weatherman was being honest when he said he's done pushing agendas, and maybe he's just flushing out what's already made? I'm afraid woke is here to stay. You're talking about Bob Iger. I don't believe a fucking thing that Bob Iger says. I believe Bob Iger is a completely compromised person who has no interest in telling good stories at all. So, no, I don't believe a word from Bob Iger. Do you, Jay? Do you believe anything Bob Iger has
honestly,
to say?
I think Bob Iger is trying to set up his compensation package for when he leaves. I think that's what he's looking at.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think he's looking at long-term fun for Disney. Speaking of Disney parks, whenever you're ready, I'll show you some of the craziest thing ever.
Let's do it right now.
So theme park update, everyone. There used to be a time when you went to Disney World and you wanted a fast pass, which is a line skipper, whatever. It used to be free. You could go there, you go on the app, and everybody got 3 chances to get 3 rides in the park, and you go for free. Well,
and it was awesome.
After the pandemic, they opened this thing called the Genie Plus, where on top of your ticket price, if you want the Genie Plus, you got to pay sometimes up to $25 per person. Then you could go on the app and pick rides you want to like skip the lines, which they called the lightning lane. And then certain rides you had to pay an extra like $15. So you could spend almost $50 per person for one ride to hopefully skip the line. Well, they decided that, we thought that was confusing for people, and we didn't, people are not understanding how to use the app. So they rolled out their brand new fast pass line skipper system. So in order to do this, to get a lightning lane, you can buy a multi-pass ticket 7 days before, but you got to pick the rides you want to do 3 days ahead of time. Then you got to add on a ticket. If you have a guest with you, they have to go to the front and get another ticket to add on, but make sure that you pick the rides before your experience happens. Ugh. Then you have to go to a special window to make sure everything's loaded properly on your ticket. The cost could, dude, you need a rocket science to figure this out. This multi-pass,
it's exhausting.
This is crazy.
It's exhausting.
I'm like, I don't understand. Even the Disney adults can't even figure this out. They're like, what are they doing? It was so easy before. Why are you making this hard?
It's more work than a job. It's more work than a fucking job.
So it's like pre-plan up to 3 experiences in one theme park. Secure the next available time for experiences. Select available arrival window for experiences. You can get a photo pass added if you want for each line. Multi-pass. Freaking what movie is that from? The Fifth Element. Yeah. So when can guests purchase a lightning lane multi-pass? This person can purchase on pre-arrival with a ticket add-on to their visit after they've entered the park for that day. But if you stay in a hotel, you can do it 7 days before at 7 a.m. Eastern before they sell out, or 3 days prior. Dude, all right. Just to give you an understanding, this is what they do at Universal. You want an express pass, you buy a ticket.
That's simple. That's simple. Not complicated. Hey, I'd like to get the express pass. Okay, here's a fee for it. Okay, boom, there you go. Over. End of discussion. That's it. That's all it takes. This is why I don't even casually want to go to Disney. The only time we'll go to Disney is when we're covering the theme parks. And yes, we do have a theme park channel called Park Hoppin'. And if you want to subscribe to that, we do cover theme parks, mainly in Orlando. But yeah, I mean, this is why, as just an average, person going, there's no reason to go to Disney. There's none. It's not relaxing. It's not fun. It's overly complicated. You can't do things unless you pre-plan every single aspect of your day. Whereas if you go to Universal, you're like, I want to go to Universal. Okay, I don't get the. Okay, well, I don't want to pay that money. Okay, well, I do want to pay that money. Okay, well, there's your pass. Boom.
That's
End of
it.
discussion. Not
And
complicated.
yes, the fast pass varies on the busyness of the day. So that's just how it is. So
absolutely insane.
But it's just, yeah, you have the option. Do I buy this or not? The other one is you might be able to ride the ride after you buy it, but you got to add it to your ticket. And then once you add it to your ticket, you got to go on your app and then you got to schedule it out. But it only starts at 7 a.m. And you, dude, and it's like it's different for each park. So you make sure you read and check. And if you need help, you got to go to the window and all that. It's like,
jeez,
what are we doing here, man? Like, who sits around and thinks that this is a good idea? It's not. Like, it's just sell an extra ticket, charge whatever you want. But at least people know there it is. So
it is not worth it to go to Disney World at this point in time. It's not worth it at all.
You want to know what's crazy? You know what's bad when Peter Soretta is questioning this decision. When he says this is bad, like I don't understand this. You know you've done something wrong there.
When the shills are questioning it, it's over. When the shills are questioning it, it's over. So that's the latest, and it ain't good. It ain't good. But again, if you guys want more information on all things theme parks, you can subscribe to Park Hoppin'. Let's see. Juan says X-23 is actually the best fighter there. I was disappointed that they didn't build that up except for her making a baton twirler. I was disappointed. Darth Maul's lower half says if this show Stone Burns hair does. Oh yeah, I got that one. Phil TMNT says the actress who plays the twins can't emote well. She has one emotion during the entire show. I can't fear her. Looks like she needs some prunes. Taker says this show relies on Soul's incompetence. Gohan creates Prometheus Creations. I'd rather have my balls shoved in a wood chipper before I watch anything Disney. Disney keeps reaping what they sow. The Exalted Patriarch says, come on down to May's Fades and Braids in Moss Isley. We're right next to Yord's Barbecue and Foot Massage.
That's pretty good, man. Fades and Braids. May's Fades and Braids over in Batu at Galaxy's Edge.
Jesus Christ, this is so bad.
Good.
Thoughts on fitness with Nigel says, Jeremy, is it possible to have Jay on Cobra Cast a couple times a week? It would be a compliment to Geeks Gamers Daily perfectly. I think Geeks Gamers Daily is on fire, by the way. Yeah, Jay's obviously welcome wherever he wants. He's going to be with me tomorrow, or for the debate. He'll be joining me for the debate. I'll be covering that. We'll see if it's going to be on YouTube or if that's going to be a Rumble exclusive or a Kick Twitter exclusive. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's going to go yet. So we'll have to just see. Boxing Logics Unite says, let's see, Cortosa sounds like the shid you get on your feet. Gohan Creates Prometheus says, and it will be DOA. No one cares. Talking about if they remake the original trilogy. Brendan Belbum says, I hate the show, but to be fair, the reason Vader wasn't dressed in Cortosis was because Palps intentionally made his suit with poor material. Golden Nugget says, don't kill him. Let some bugs do it. What? Jimmy Collins says, Smilo Ren's name is Plagueis. I don't know the spelling. DeB says, Jay is takeover and Jeremy is gay. And the real thank you, gentlemen, and the whole Geeks Gamers team for being around for me when the darkness comes. Stay blessed. Hey, thank you, brother. Thanks. I'm glad we give you guys some entertainment. That's all I care about is, as long as people are entertained by what we do. That's the goal right there. Chris Coran says, so he is a Sith groomer. Doc Tua says, remember, guys, if a kid tries to talk to you, yell stranger danger. The child is not my daddy, followed by a drop kick. Stay safe. Lulu Blue says, will there be a Sports War stream for the NBA draft? That is a question Ryan would have to answer. So I will ask him, Lulu, and let you know. Van says, what the heck's up with thick lightsaber hilts? Looks like everyone holding chodes. I hate this show. Not my Star Wars. Jay Gay, hail the 199.
That's it. Also, I'm going to be curious to see. So this was just released this morning. So apparently, this thing goes on pre-sale tomorrow. This is the they call it the Stranger. So that's his name.
Wait a minute. So is this like a campaign?
I don't. Black Series, the Stranger helmet. That's his name, the Stranger. From the Acolyte revealed. Pre-order tomorrow at 1 p.m. from Hasbro. So is that a campaign?
I probably doesn't say campaign. It doesn't say campaign on it. I'll be interested to see if it's a campaign.
That looks,
probably not. Probably not.
That looks weird, like gold. Like
it looks fucking retarded. It looks retarded.
The Stranger. Black Series, the Stranger. What is
that? Looks terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's. I hope it's a campaign. I want to see. I want to see if we have another Riva lightsaber on our hands.
Yeah. Health Minister of Belgium says, at this point, I hope Osha and May fight with lightsaber strap-ons on episode 8 while Jedi McPorkchop66 eats a Big Mac. Operation Outstanding in the Field says, bro, your intro on the Acolyte video was on point. Had to make sure I wasn't at 2x speed. Keep the videos coming, entertaining us, and you make money. Hail the 199. Thank you. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I promise, I didn't have that planned out. When I turned the video on to record, I was like, I just did it. And that's why I even messed up. There was a word I kind of messed up. I can't remember because I was talking so fast. But the whole thing was a one take. It wasn't planned. And I just winged it, which is what all my videos are. I just one take all my videos for the most part. There might be a time where I make a stutter that I fix or something happens that I fix. But almost 99% of my videos are one take. No notes. I just talk. Predom Corp says Osha starts her own hair salon. Osha's weaves and curls and shit. You mess up a lot of words. Well, that's true. That is true. Maximus BT says Jay is takeover. Good on you, man.
Thank you.
Luke Daywalker says, does Soul just not notice May's face tattoo? Soul doesn't notice a lot of things. Where are we going? Where are they at? Why would you? The dialogue is so fucking bad.
Yeah, it's
in the show.
Yeah, it's
weird. almost as bad as. So you came back to save your city? No, I came back to stop you. And I love The Dark Knight Rises, but that was such a bad fucking line. No, I came back to stop you. What? Come on, Nolan. The fuck are you doing? Or where's the trigger? That's the worst one. Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger? You wouldn't give it to an ordinary citizen. Where's the trigger? God, so bad. Enoch Ahmad says apparently 99% of the 184 million for this show went to intimacy coordinators, cultural consultants, and crap. The rest went to script sets, etc. Heard that. See, that's the thing, man. Like, that's why you can tell, like, prequel fans, Dark Knight trilogy fans, we can laugh at our own shit because we 100%. Know that it's funny. Disney Star Wars fans can't laugh at their shit. If you make a meme about Disney Star Wars, they're like, you're racist and sexist and you're attacking who I am as a human being. And we're like, dude, memes are the best. Like, I love laughing at the Dark Knight trilogy.
They get angry when you don't like what they like.
Yes.
I could care less. Listen, everybody knows I like Avatar. I get roasted every time I say it, but I'm not gonna hide my feelings because someone in the chat called me an Ava retard or whatever they call Avatar. Is that what they're calling?
Yeah.
I like the film, whatever. So I don't care. Like, I like what I like. I'm not gonna get all angry if people don't like the movie.
I know, man. It's so weird. But yeah, laughing.
People. I don't know. I just like blue people.
Laughing at shit and memeing on your favorite movies is that's what fans do. That's what fans do.
Absolutely.
My boy,
everybody has a bad movie that they like that nobody likes. Everybody has one.
Dude, I like a lot of Adam Sandler movies, like a lot. Like, and I'm not talking about just like the Happy Gilmores and the Billy Madisons. Like, I like the fucking terrible ones, except for Jack and Jill. That's where I crossed the line. No, Jack and Jill, unacceptable. But I like a lot of bad Adam Sandler movies, and I know they're just. I don't watch them going, I need this to be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, I know exactly what I'm getting.
They're not good. They're not good. And I accept that. And that's what there's a charm of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Steps in the chat. She loves the Fast and Furious franchise.
I love dude. I've got the point now where, and I'm not as into the Fast and Furious franchise as I was when Paul Walker was there, but I am at a point now with Fast and Furious, and I haven't seen the last couple of them. I will be disappointed if they aren't like dinosaurs in space, you know? And like at this point, Dominic Toretto he should become the greatest superhero of all time.
He should end up becoming the president or something.
He should be flying, like he should fly. Like I want to see Dominic Toretto flying in these fucking movies. I just want to see it.
Fast and Furious Transformer crossover. That's what they need. And Optimus Prime's about to die, and Toretto gets in there. I got you because we're family. He's just driving that freaking semi. Everybody saved. The universe, Cybertron saved. All of them. That's the greatest thing ever, all time. Make it happen. Come on, guys.
Oh, but yeah, like that's the thing about like a lot of the people that are into the Disney Star Wars and the most recent Marvel Cinematic Universe, they can't laugh at their own stuff because they have no self-awareness. Laughing at yourself, making fun of yourself, making fun of the things you like, that is what normal people do. Normal people laugh at things. Normal people laugh at memes, and they don't get offended over memes. That's just the reality of it. Munchie Ninja for 50 says, thank you for the laughs amongst the sea of shit that is Star Wars. Thank you, my friend, for the $50 super chat.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. And I guess before I hit the rest of these super chats real quick, we need to discuss Dr. Disrespect. So yesterday was a bad day for the doc, obviously. And now we've seen how a lot of his friends have come out and basically disassociated for him. The San Francisco 49ers have now addressed the situation and distanced themselves from him. Turtle Beach has ended their relationship with him. His own company, Midnight Society, that he created and co-founded, has distanced himself from him. And
his friends,
his everybody. And so I had a tweet yesterday that got a fuck ton of traction. And I want to further explain the tweet really quick. Here's my tweet right here. Share tab instead. So this is my tweet. And let me blow it up a little bit more if I can. My tweets, this is Tim the Tap Man addressing everything, okay? And he's basically like, he's asking in like a way of like, if this happened, I can't support this. And that's like, all these guys have direct contact with the guy. They can simply just call the dude and ask him straight up what happened. But instead, it's all performative for social media. This is our world. Him and Nick Merckx released their videos simultaneously.
Yeah.
Simultaneously. And it's like, why don't you just call the guy up if you know him and say, bro, this is bad. What the fuck's going on? Because I need to say something. But they're like, yeah, this is bad if it's true, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what are you worried about? You know what they're worried about? They're worried about being canceled themselves because they're in that same kind of inner circle bullshit. This is why you can't be tied to corporate structure in any capacity. It's why I'm very thankful that Geeks and Gamers is an audience-driven model. If we don't exist, if you guys don't support us, it's that simple. That yes, we're gonna we'll have some ad reads that we're gonna be doing with Rumble in the future. Rumble's been really good about helping us out with that, but I am tied to I have no contract with anybody. I have no agreements with anyone. I have nothing that I am bound to outside of the people. That's it. And I see these guys just being absolutely terrified because because the mob controls them. The mob controls them.
I agree with you. I don't know, man. They live on social media, so it's like, and I'm not like they have to do what they have to do to protect their own brand, because Tim the Tapman is a brand, right? Nick Merckx' brand. It's not really Because like when they had skins for sale, was it called like Nick Merck's skin or was it something else? So
there was
a
Nick Merck's operator skin in Call of Duty
that's what it was called, right? They used his name. So they're doing that because their names are their brand. And
And so like I just don't like from that perspective. And I don't want to get too far into this one, but I'll just say, like I said, I made a video about a month after the Rekieta thing happened, and it was specifically about his live stream return. But I texted Nick the day all this shit happened. Hey, what's up? Because a lot of people made videos and all that shit, which I thought were super gay. Just like acting like they were confused. And it's like, you could just hit the guy up and talk to him. You could just ask him what happened if you want. If he chooses not to return it, then okay. But you're acting like, I don't know what's going on, even though I'm really good friends with Nick. And it's like, well, why don't you fucking ask him? If instead of going on the internet and acting confused, and it's because everybody feels that they have to protect their image. Guess what? Your fucking favorite streamer has a ton of fucking problems in life, because that's the fucking world we live in. Every single person watching this stream has problems. Every person on this stream has problems. Every person that's going to appear on this stream has problems. Nobody is perfect, and everybody that's on the internet that tells you they're perfect is fucking lying. The world is not Instagram. The world is not perfect like people on social media like you to believe it is. And understand that your favorite streamer is a fucking flawed human being, just like I am, just like you are. And that's the reality of the situation. And people are going to have fuck ups in life that we don't know about, and we're not responsible for, and vice versa. I'm going to have fuck ups in life that the people that know me are not responsible for. That's the fucking world we live in. And I'm so tired of this fake fucking world of social fucking media. It's retarded. Quit acting like you have to explain for somebody else, because you don't. Period. That's the world I live in. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, I got problems. Anyway, I think it's going to be interesting to see when he makes his return and how all that's going to play out. Like, is he going to be gone a month, 2 months? Is he going to do a year? Because we live in such a, what's crazy is we live in such a time where everybody reacts to the next thing, right? You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, don't get me wrong, what he did was terrible, like whatever, like terrible, absolutely terrible. But what if something like major happened? Just take, you know how it takes the heat off people, and then they just kind of quietly show back up again. So yeah, it'll be interesting. That's all I'm saying. It'll be interesting to see. He could be completely done. He could go live on, maybe YouTube does something. I don't know. Maybe like he'll show up again and not even have close to the numbers he has, and he'll just play games. And
what I don't understand, and this is my question on it. So he got banned in 2020. Okay. He claims that he couldn't say anything about his ban due to the legal process, but he didn't start. I don't think, in chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, he didn't file a lawsuit against them until like a couple of years after, correct?
I have no idea.
So he could have spoken about it in theory about the ban if he knew anything about it. I don't know, but ultimately the whole thing is fucking crazy. It's bad, but his tweet to me is the most damning thing that has been released about Doc. It's his own tweet and his own words, and the lack of clarity involved with that statement about his communication with a minor. His own clarity, lack of clarity, is the biggest issue for me, because in that tweet, he could have said, if it's true, and again, maybe it's not true, but he could have said, yes, I had contact with and at the time I did not know they were. That changes everything. That changes everything if he states that he was not aware, but he didn't. Just like when he made his initial statements to Jake Lucky, he didn't say, I did not do the thing I'm accused of.
Yeah.
And you know why he didn't? Because he couldn't, because He did do the thing he was accused of. So this is the issue I have with it. I don't care about all the other shit. I don't care about what other people are saying. I'm judging him on his words in that tweet, and that's it. So that's the bottom line on it. I'll obviously I'll make more videos on this and talk more about it and cover it. But the whole thing is wild, to say the least. I do think you will see Dr. Disrespect in the future for sure. I think you're several months away from that. I mean, how long did he chat? Remind me.
It was a year, I think, right?
It wasn't a year. I don't think it was a year. So when he got banned from Twitch, what was it? 3 months, maybe? Something like that? 3 months?
It was only 3 months? I thought it was a lot longer.
I think it was like 3 months. Something like that. That's from his ban on Twitch to when he appeared on YouTube. And I think he had like 400,000 people watching him on his first one. Let me see. He stated he doesn't condone that shit. Did you read the whole tweet, Jeremy? Holy shit. Yes, I read the whole tweet. Did you watch my video? I read the whole fucking tweet before he edited it. So yes, I did. But anyway, I don't know how long it took, but I thought it might have been, maybe it was a year. Maybe it was a year.
I don't know. I just liked when he played Fortnite with Ninja and they all just yelled at each other I thought that the only time I really watched what was going on with Doc and that whole thing. But
yeah, it's crazy. The whole thing is crazy, and it's I don't think that this is going to slow down. And then you had this weird. So this throws a whole, and I had not seen this until last night. Now this interview is like, I think this interview is at least a year old, probably, or something like that. But this is the Twitch CEO. Now, if this is such a serious issue, why would the Twitch CEO respond like this?
Wants to know, after all these years, why was Dr. Disrespect banned?
Wow, I've never had that one. Whoa. Well, now that I'm on Mrs. Channel, let me tell you what really happened. Okay. So, there was an alien invasion. Okay. Many people did not know about the alien invasion. Okay. Oh. And, the aliens actually possessed Dr. Disrespect.
Oh,
okay. And it actually took over the globe using Twitch
with the Shungite.
Yes. Okay. And so the only way we could save civilization, okay, was to take the action we did. Okay. So it was to save civilization.
Wants to know,
does that sound like a serious issue involving an underage person? It sure doesn't sound like that to me.
It's weird.
It does not sound like that to me. Making a joke of the situation when we're supposed to be led to believe that it's a serious situation. Again, this story, you guys want to talk about good storytelling. You're not getting it at Disney Star Wars. You're damn sure getting it through the Dr. Disrespect situation, because holy shit, man, this thing just continues to just get wilder and wilder. And the Twitch CEO is I do have it confirmed he is 742 years old. That is the oldest man on the planet. Holy shit, that's an old dude. Holy crap, he's old as hell. Cassigan says, Saul, you can smell burnt hair, OSHA. May. No, it's just the dead Wookiee. Operation Outstanding in the field says, update on my GBS illness. Plasma treatments are helping, doing more media shows. Talking with Carrie Smith today. Home studio set up, never give up. That's what's up, man.
Oh, nice.
That's what's up. Defending Truth says Lucas still owns 50% of the OT prequel characters. Disney doesn't want to share the profits. Explains ditching the EU and creating all new characters. Fake Thai Dude says, I'm a simple man. I see Jay, I donate. He's the best of us. Look at there.
Thank you.
Zeke the Wise says the Acolyte is trash. Jay is always right. Jeremy is always gay, and poor Beardo, his idol, has fallen. Eli Saul says shit clown wars. Acolyte 199. Let's see. I don't know how you say this one. Axiom. Seraph says statutory only matters when the older M, male, young, female, rational, male, compiled. Let's see. epidemic within our school system of the female on male. No jail time, child support, $700 in fines. Enoch Amon says, sorry guys, I was going to watch The Acolyte, but I wanted to be happy. I watched The Outlaw Josie Wales instead. You guys should see it if you haven't. Oh, it's fantastic. Ian says, Jeremy needs to react to the Last Jedi trailer vid. Tweeted Trash says,
that'd be pretty good.
I took a few years off from pop culture wars after 2020 to focus on global politics, but The Acolyte has pulled me back in. Good to see you guys again. Thank you. Good to see you here, brother. Johnny the Wife Beater says, our alarm clock stopped working. Be right back. Toxic Masculinity says, the late, great Iron Sheik did Huck Tua first and better. RIP Iron Sheik and Velcro shoes. Jeremy, you're as much a boomer as Gary. Oh, you're gay. Hail the 199. Thank you. Max says, Jay likes Avatar. I know Geeks and Gamers is gay, but come on, guys.
How dare you? How dare you say that to me?
Enoch says, I don't know what you're talking about, Jeremy. You would never roast me for being a fan of BVS. You're not at all outspoken about that film. That's true. And I'm not going to confirm. I'm not going to confirm or deny something, but Enoch Amon just reminded me. If you did retweet my tweet about Epic Mike, please don't, because his dog shit take on Batman versus Superman, Elon did the right thing, okay? Elon did the right thing. This motherfucker thinks Batman versus Superman is a good movie, and Elon recognized that. Elon said, get this guy off my platform. He likes BVS. I stand with Elon Musk in his banning of Epic Mike. Fuck that. Good job, Elon. Good job, Elon.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Tobias says, pretend says, if you can't laugh stuff off like let's see. If you can't laugh at stuff you like and know it's stupid, you're just sad. I laugh at stupid cringe, and the fur community does it all the time. You can't be so serious all the time about things. 1000%. Sons and Shadows says, thank you for the quality daily streams. You're truly help survive a real job. Hail the 199 Eon Flux animated show fans. We have a retro review today. That's what's up, man. VHS Capture says, Zlanner is closer to Doc than Mercs and Tim. I don't even know who that is. Straight Shot says, individual minor, not minor. Me says, anyone mentioned that OSHA doesn't have the forehead tattoo like May has? How does Saul and the Sith not notice? Yeah, raging.
100%.
Multiple people have mentioned that. See, George says, or is it Jorge? I'm not sure. Who wants to bet Doc didn't check with his lawyers and read twice his tweet before publishing it? That's the most damning thing Doc has done in this situation. I agree. I hated his tweet. I hated it. Paul S. says, The Acolyte, a story about how an inept Jedi let a man who is accessory to murder off with a warning, who then murdered an additional 8 Jedi. Shit, Clown Wars. SBZ says, the old man owns a platform that has a special section for young girls streaming in hot tubs. Big chance that he is one of them. Various Crazy People says, I heard that in Chinese, The Acolyte means all things gay. Munson says, what do you have to say for yourself? You literally defended someone who likes minors. Can you show me anywhere where I said that? You fucking retard. Can you show me anywhere where I said that? Because we can go back and we can pull the tape, and I could say I said multiple. This is why I repeat myself, because there's a bunch of retarded people out there that always say that I said something I didn't say. Every one of my videos, even my own chat, were like, why do you keep repeating this, Jeremy? I kept repeating that I don't watch Dr. Disrespect and I don't know much about him. And I'm not saying that I stand with Dr. Disrespect. I'm saying I stand against Twitch until I'm shown evidence. That's what I fucking said. But retards like this will come in here and say that I said something I didn't say. My God. But you can continue to super chat me. I will take your money. But holy shit, these people are idiots. But with that said, Doc's tweets were terrible. And Nagranol for 5 over Rumble. You guys aren't excited. Let's see. For It Takes Two Acolytes, OSHA and May switch masters and bring Soul and Quamir together so they can get married and be one big gay happy family. Star Wars is saved.
I hope with everything in me that the twins like do some kind of like Dragon Ball Z and like merge with the Force to become like Rey or some like some new Force being.
I
they
thought
were actually one person and they got split by the Force, and the Force is gonna bring them back, and they I hope something like that happens. It'd be great.
I right here, so Steph puts like all the Rumble rants in the private chat, and so I'm like going through them, and I see $99.99, and I'm like, oh shit, we got a $99 super chat, and I was about to read it. I'm gonna read it like it's a super chat though, just because. The helmet retails for approximately $99.99 and goes up for pre-order on June 27th, shipping out fall 2025. That's because she was talking about the helmet.
Yeah.
I just see $99.99, and I was like, oh shit, somebody sent $100 on Rumble. Let's see. Biz Jack for $1 says Disney Star Wars is awesome. Troll. Mark of Reality says Padawan Pomeranian died. No more chicky wow wow possibilities. You're dead to me, Acolyte. Dead. Darken Beings for $5 is moving from Reno to Florida later this year, and Park hopping has helped me choose Central Florida along with family in the area. Now just gotta decide Palm Coast, Ormond by the Sea, or Ponce Inlet. Yeah, I mean, being on the coast is always the best for me, for sure, even though Orlando isn't, but I like being on the water. But hey, man, that's awesome to hear. And Park hopping does a great job.
FYI, though, the traffic in Orlando it's awful. Might be worst. Might be worst in the country. Might be. I haven't been to California, but definitely worst anywhere on the East Coast.
Yeah, it's really freaking bad. Let's see. Did I miss this one? I missed a couple of these. Sergi for $5 says the Star Wars shitting market is booming now, with Disney being the biggest investor. Who wants to buy some Star Wars or some Star Wars shit stock? Yeah, I missed that one. I'm sorry about that. GC says, what's worse, Black Girl Magic or lightsaber haircut? Lightsaber haircut's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty fucking bad. That's one of the worst things I think I've ever seen. I mean, I
need to get a high definition of that and just start adding it to like intros and outros and stuff.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Even Beardo for a member message says agrees with Jay. Various crazy people for 20. It angers me how people reveal in Dr. Disrespect's falling out while they simultaneously prancing around in a bikini body painting for kids, using their parents' credit cards to simp out for them and OnlyFans. Good grief. Yeah, I would just say for all of the brave and stunning Twitch streamers out there, like the Pokemanes and all these others that are calling out Dr. Disrespect for his disgusting behavior, which I totally can understand. I hope you call out Joe Biden, and I hope you call out a lot of these drag queen shows, and I hope you're willing to call out why we don't have the Epstein Island client list. I hope you're willing to do all of those things just to remain consistency, to show that you truly are disgusted by the thought of a minor being put in danger. I hope you're willing to do that. I look forward to you calling all of that out. I'm sure it's going to happen. David Jets says, is the title a joke? Please say coming at you with a video. Oh, you want me to do that? What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we have Drunk 3PO. We're talking about the Acolyte. It's crazy. Dr. Disrespect nonsense. His friends are turning on him. Twitch is going crazy. The internet's going crazy, and we're here to talk all about it with you.
And I got problems.
He got problems. Enoch Amos says, typical Jay. Jay accidentally puts a candy bar in his back pocket, which gives the appearance he crapped himself. He doesn't notice for 2 hours. When he does, he says, "Aw."
I don't think that's ever happened to me personally, but
Gohan Create says, to Jay for dissing DBZ, power of Christ compels you. Predon Corp says, Jay, when are we getting a Jay themed butter dish? Enoch Amon says, the full chat above was typical J problem. Chris Coran says, I sent Ryan a Black Girl Magic shirt. Can't wait. Cable Watt says, Jer, why are you simping so hard for Dr. Disrespect? Can't win. Can't win.
Nah, it's the internet, man.
Various crazy people says, I am going to get a lightsaber and get a manscape and a circumcision at the same time.
Manscape, be careful. Yeah.
By the way, you know who is simping for Dr. Disrespect? The Quartering. Quartering going through it right now, man. Because
they bring it up 20-year-old video. I almost said 30, 20-year-old videos, man, of the Quartering when he was like selling computer parts. Did you see that?
Yes, the internet is wild, man. The internet is wild right now. It really is something else. So I'm just here for the ride, man. I'm here for the ride. But when he put firm handshakes on Doc's tweet and then Doc edited that shit, you're like, fuck. Damn.
I think he deleted it. I think he deleted it because he was getting so much backlash.
But hey, Quartering's awesome. Jeremy's always had my back. I always have his. He's a good dude.
Same.
He's a good dude. But all right, we are at the end. Jay, what do you got going on, buddy?
I'm looking forward to the presidential debate over on the D-Day Cobra channel.
Yep.
And we're going to do another Star Wars video. And I know people are asking about Achromatic Chronicles Green. It got pushed back just a few weeks because I asked the people, what would you like with the book? And they said coloring book, activity book. I was like, that was like a 98% of like, please add that. So it took us a couple weeks to put that together. And like, we got a 15-page one done. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys like it. So that pushed the release out a little bit while we're making sure the printers are okay with it and all that stuff that it lines up. So that'll be available.
Well, yeah. M Campia U fan says, what's with everyone loving names Dr. Disrespect, Drunk 3PO, D Gay Cobra? Am I missing something being MCU? You never know. Godzilla's Greaser says, when's High Tea coming back, Jay?
Soon. My channel's in this weird place and I just don't want to mess with it. Everybody's like, every time I post a video, I gain 400 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
Like every time. And it's, I mean, I can show you, and it's like, I'm just letting this thing ride till it won't. I'm letting this pony ride till it won't ride no more. So
how about this, Jay? Just tell them you'll go live at 100K. So get you to 100K and do a 100K live stream. There you go.
I have all kinds of guests on. There you go.
Jay Frazier says, the worst part of the Nick Arcade drama was the sudden pro-child neglect stance of Nick's alleged friends, even those who knew things before we did. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is there's a lot of drama all over the internet. And I, like I said, I don't get involved in it, but I can't get enough of watching it, man. It's fucking fun, man. It's fun. What does it say? Oh, there.
My channel's in a weird place where it's gaining subscribers. I miss when Jay used to say his channel was dying. This chat is amazing, dude. Oh man. You guys just make my day. I tell you, man.
That was good. That was good. Enoch Ahmad says, a tip for next time both Jeremys are on stream together, call Quartering Cheese Filled Jeremy and D-Day Inbred Jeremy. Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to call it there. I got Cobra Cast tonight over on my D-Day Cobra channel. Thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate it. Go to Meta PCs, use the promo code 199. And if you want to get yourself a PC, we appreciate your support over there. Have a great day, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Subscribe to my channel. I'm almost there.